Welcome everyone to What's Happening in Crypto, exploring all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. Big things happening over at Cardano. We're going to be looking at some of these updates and just what they mean for the blockchain. 2 new contracting languages have been released, at least for testing, to allow companies to get in and start practicing how to use these contracts on Cardano. The first one is called Plutus. Now, Plutus is a general purpose programming language, but specifically focused at fintech companies. It can currently be tested in the Plutus Playground. Plutus Playground for platypuses. And the Plutus Fest just happened. Cool. Gets people actually incentivized and building and playing with the language to understand not only how it works, but also what its capabilities are. And then we have Marlo. Now, Marlo is very, very interesting. This is a new user-focused, domain-specific language designed to enable non-technical and non-programmer people to be able to write on-chain smart contracts. Now, this is really big and really important because essentially this opens up the use of Cardano smart contracts to a massive range of non-technical people. You don't have to be a programmer to be able to run a contract using Marlo. That is huge. Without a doubt, and the fact that obviously this is being launched by Cardano, I think gives it a whole extra level of seriousness compared to some other competitors which kind of offer that, blockchain smart contracts for anybody kind of thing. This is very exciting to see really what the potential of Marlo is going to be and just how user-friendly, of course, it's actually going to be for non-technical people to use. I mean, I know some pretty non-technical people, so can my dad use it? That's the question. I love you, Dad, but seriously, could my dad use this? Interesting question. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Cardano version 1.4 is almost released. Now, 1.4 is going to see things like the storage capacity being increased via different streamlining measures, as well as simple code fixes. But the thing that gets people really excited is the path to full decentralization via Project Shelley. Version 1.4 really definitively lays the groundwork for that to start happening. Now, in non-technical news, the ADA metaps card has been launched in South Korea. Now, this is a point of sale card, something like maybe a bus card. You tap it and you spend money. This is going to be available at 33,000 retail shops. Wow. That is absolutely massive in terms of its coverage. Just think restaurants, cafes, places where you can go and just buy anything using your ADA. If we obviously need to see people getting these cards en masse and buying ADA and going out and using it, that's a different part of the equation. But it's definitely a really, really cool move to see such huge retail support for ADA in South Korea at so many shops. So hopefully people will actually get out and start using these cards, getting these cards, and spending their ADA. That'll be massive for the ecosystem. Just imagine if you had 10 people a day going into these 33,000 different retail shops and spending just $5 worth of ADA. Imagine what that would do for volume. Imagine what that would do for the ecosystem overall. And that is where we are heading in terms of adoption. We are going to see a lot of different solutions like this that are going to get these cryptocurrencies into people's hands for everyday use. A new chairman has been elected for the Cardano Foundation. I'm really excited about this because obviously the Cardano Foundation was the third pillar in their 3-pillar approach, and it wasn't working very well as a pillar in terms of holding that ecosystem up because the previous foundation chairman wasn't quite fulfilling his overall duties and roles. So a new foundation chairman is a great step. I hope that he will do much better than the previous foundation chairman and actually be able to get out there and to represent Cardano in the way that it needs to be represented to regulators and communities and all these different things. Now, another interesting story, a collaboration of blockchain firms have launched something called Blockchain for Europe. So this is Ripple, Fetch.ai, Nem, Emergo, which is of course the kind of the finance side of Cardano and Cardano itself. They are all working together to make blockchain for Europe, basically a European blockchain organization. It's really cool to see Cardano working together with all those other players to try to, represent blockchain in Europe. Personally, I've been a big fan of Cardano for a long time. All these developments, great. I'm happy to see progress happening, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that want everything right now, right? And they've come in perhaps in the last year, last 2 years, we might say. And so you have the benefit of Ethereum was already working, Bitcoin was already working, so you can use that in the way that it was designed to be used, with Bitcoin as an example, right? Whereas Cardano is still in development. And that's what gives you the opportunity right now, because we've seen what Cardano can do price-wise. I mean, it was up to, over $1 at its height. Now it's back down at 2.5 to 3 cents is where it's kind of been recently. At these levels, I only wish I had more money to buy more, but Cardano has been one of my biggest buys recently. I certainly think at this price it is very, very interesting. I know that if it goes lower, I'm only going to buy more, and I'll probably be buying up until 10 to 15 cents, I would imagine. After that, I might kind of chill out again and see where we go from there, but I'm very excited about the potential future of Cardano. What they're doing, the approach to what they're doing, exciting times lie ahead. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis on what is happening with Cardano. I hope you appreciate the updates. If you liked this video, leave a thumbs up on it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. And of course, if you want to know when I put out a new video, you should hit that notification bell down below. You guys are super awesome. I really, really appreciate you coming out and watching the video and being part of the cryptocurrency community. You guys are why I get out here and do this every day. I love it. I love you guys. Long live the blockchain, and peace out the next time.